Hello, and welcome to carbonwhy, the channel that's catered to those who are avid lifelong learners. My channel explores the how, what, where, why the world works the way it does. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button so that you can get notified of my next video. In this week's episode, we find out about how Shopify dropshipping works. Heard of dropshipping yet? It's the new trend in e-commerce behind those popular products that fill our feeds on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Dropshipping is definitely a growing industry, and thanks to TikTok and Shopify's partnership, in October 2020, it means that Shopify sellers can now use TikTok to market and sell their product. Dropshipping uses targeted ads that are designed to keep customers from scrolling through their feeds long enough to make an impulsive purchase, usually from a Shopify store set up solely for that product. The dropshipper buys the product from a supplier when they receive payment from the consumer. Then the product is sent directly to the consumer from the supplier in the US or China. The dropshipper never physically deals with the product, they're kind of like the middleman in the process. And those same younger consumers use it as a way to creatively make some money. Take Camille Sattar, for example, a 20-year-old dropshipper and founder of the Ecom King, had sales topping $1.7 million in 2020. But some sellers still aren't completely sold on the idea. They say it's a get-rich-quick scheme to make easy money without leaving your couch. Others say it's a serious business that takes major hustle to pull off properly. Saud Khalifa, founder and CEO of FakeSpot, says that while there are legitimate dropshippers in the industry, there are also some nefarious actors too. So how do dropshippers make millions? What do copycats and cutting corners do to the industry? Nick Baroni, a full-time dropshipper and owner of e-com empires, source from sites like AliExpress for low-cost products available directly from suppliers, usually in China. So when a customer places an order on Baroni's Shopify store, he purchases the product from the supplier and has it shipped directly to the customer. But Baroni says it sometimes takes time. But if the product is unique enough, then generally people will be willing to wait. False advertising is definitely a big problem in the dropshipping world, and where people tend to get really annoyed with dropshipping is when the product takes too long to come. And if the product comes damaged or a size too big or small, or it just doesn't look like what they wanted. We've all heard the horror stories. First, an order comes weeks late, the packaging is ripped, and their product just smells or looks horrible. And even if you wanted to return it, or call customer service to complain about it, you couldn't because there was either no customer service number or you would have to pay for your return package or both. You know when you order something from Amazon and it comes in a Walmart box? Yeah, that's dropshipping. But Amazon has a long-standing policy against dropshipping from other retailers. If a seller violates that policy, they will no longer be allowed to directly fulfill customer orders. Bradley Sutton, who provides software for Amazon sellers, decided to try out dropshipping during 2020. His account wasn't shut down despite dropshipping from listings on Walmart and other stores alike, and he made over $500,000. Amazon isn't the only platform that people can use. There's also Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce and eBay to name a few. But the dropshipping that fills our Instagram and Facebook feeds isn't happening on Amazon. It all goes down on Shopify. And the platform has made it super easy to set up your own one-stop shop and start selling online. In an analysis of over 120,000 Shopify stores, the online consumer protection company FakeSpot found over 25,000 stores that engaged in fraudulent activity like counterfeits, privacy leaks or buying fake reviews. And 72% of those showed evidence of dropshipping being used in the store. FakeSpot has a Chrome plugin that alerts shoppers if a seller on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, Best Buy or Sephora can be trusted, and recently added capabilities to detect untrustworthy stores on Shopify too. FakeSpot says most of the fraudulent stores appear to be China-based merchants posing as small businesses in the US. Yet still, Shopify is also the home to online stores for major brands like Heinz, Staples, Jenny Craig and Gymshark. 35% of young Americans started side hustles during the 2020 lockdown, most of which chose Shopify as their avenue. Q3 of 2020 saw a rise in the number of sellers signing up for a Shopify storefront, leading shares to more than double in 2020, and the market cap surpassed $150 billion. The way young people buy products is the way they're going to sell them, which is reflected in the survey that Shopify did of over 10,000 consumers. Shopify found that 54% of shoppers between the age of 18 and 35 discover brands from social media, and 28% make purchases from there. Dropshippers use impulse buys from ads on social media to make money, so marketing is extremely important. It's about 60% of the game. Camille Satter, dropshipper and founder of the Ecom King, sells about 80 to 90% of his products through Facebook ads, and the rest through YouTube. But Satar says choosing the right product takes a lot of legwork. His first few products completely flopped. Satar said he used AI technology to find out what the best products at the time were and ended up with highly popular products and $1 million in sales for one of his products for just 1 quarter of the year. AliExpress, a popular Chinese-based online marketplace, is an example of an online platform that sellers can use for dropshipping. Remember when the burrito blanket was the biggest thing? Well, the burrito blanket is a well-known dropshipping product, and because of how largely unregulated the dropshipping industry is, hit products can be sold by anyone. There can be multiple domains and stores with names like The Burrito Blanket or Official Burrito Blanket or Real Burrito Blanket, when really the blankets are supplied from likely the same factory in China. The industry is so unregulated that dropshippers copy entire brands. Take the activewear brand Gymshark for instance. It's one of the fastest growing companies in the UK. But yet there are more and more copycat dropshippers selling knockoffs. Gymshark's CCO Naran Chana says the company is seeing infringement in areas like name, logo and design, to name a few. And it's impacting business too. Gymshark uses influencer marketing to grow their cult-like following. But now dropshippers have ripped off those ads and are using them as their own. Chana says it's frustrating when they have spent so much in investing into assets and content, etc., only for some ripoff to come steal their brand identity. The company is building up a legal team to protect its intellectual property. A Shopify spokesman stated that there are multiple teams in place who handle potential violations of Shopify acceptable use policy, which outlines the activities that are not permitted on the platform, like copyright infringement, and that Shopify will not hesitate to action stores found in violation. But there are dropshippers who actually run successful, legitimate businesses. Branding products they found themselves, like Nick Peroni, whose sales of a garden trimming attachment topped $1.9 billion in 6 months during 2020. And in just 3 weeks, he made $150,000 in sales of fleece-lined leggings. It takes a lot of hard work to do it properly and make dropshipping work for you. Things like managing the supplier and the customer and then managing the market are 3 completely different skills you need to do the job properly. There's even a whole new side industry of dropshipping specialists that have popped up, offering tips on what to do and what not to do to make it big. Dropshipping has very few laws and it's largely unregulated, and when done carelessly, it leads to months-long shipping times, unvetted products, and unhappy customers. To prevent long shipping times, big dropshippers use agents who know the supply industry in China and sourcing companies to help speed up shipping. Of course, that's going to come at a cost, but so do the tactics used by less legitimate dropshippers, like buying fake reviews or rating or upvotes. Still, huge product markup can make it worthwhile. Profitable sellers usually charge at least 2 or 3 times the price they paid for when sourcing the item on AliExpress. And with the constant growth of online shopping, dropshipping is here to stay. There will be lots of back and forth between Shopify and the more fraudulent dropshippers because they look really legitimate on the surface. But before buying, reading shipping promises and return policies, as well as trying to contact customer service, can help prevent you from purchasing from illegitimate dropshippers. Sellers with really good customer service and who give tracking updates are what consumers are looking for. And for those looking to capitalize on the current online shopping craze, well, some say dropshipping should only be your first step in creating a successful and sustainable e-commerce business. It's really there, so you know that there's a market for your product, and once you know that you can take the next step, which is buying in bulk and getting a warehouse. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and watch these videos that might pique your interest. Thank you for your support.